Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. We got today's a review of Women's Flesh, My Red Guts, and Tumbling Doll of Flesh. These are two movies I've wanted to see for quite a while, but I just never got around to buying them. Then I saw a review on Corey's Crypt. I'll leave a link down the description for that. And I thought, you know what, I'll just pull the trigger and give them a shot. So I picked them up. I'll start with My Red Guts. It is a pretty short movie. It's only 42 minutes long, and essentially all it is just some chick, killing herself. That's it. Um, it's not very good. I'll be honest. What this feels like. If you take a movie like Naked Blood, it seems to me like if you were to like cut a chunk out of that and make it into its own little movie, that's what you got here. It's something that would have fit more in with something like Naked Blood, but it's just presented on its own, so it doesn't. It's though I have to admit there's one of the weirdest uses of a toothbrush I've ever seen. Yeah, toothbrushes don't work that way. Yeah, so I got to give this a 2 out of 10. Seriously, it's not very good. Yeah, so next up we got Tumbling Doll of Flesh. I actually preferred this one. It's not great, but it's not bad. Essentially, what you got. Was this first or second? They're both directed by the same guy. And this one actually came first, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought, the weaker one would have come first and he would have got better with as he was going on, but no. Essentially, this is essentially two movies. You got like a Japanese porn flick, and then you got kind of like a snuff film. And like right down the middle sort of thing. It seems to me almost like you got the director excuse me. You got the director and he thought, who usually does porn. And then he thought, you know what, I'm going to try my hand at some, like, horror. But I'm still going to make it porn. So that's essentially what you have here. Yeah. Don't really need to go much into the plot of it, because, let's be honest, there's not really much plot in, like, fake snuff films and everything. Though this does have a bit of an interesting thing. It starts off where you see the director and he gets a call talking about making this new film and everything. And it was kind of interesting, the idea that, that it wasn't just something like made by a psycho. It was something he was like contracted to make. I would have liked to have seen more of that. I would have liked to have seen that worked in a bit more, but it is what it is, right? It isn't there, so it's not in there. But overall, this one had a bit more plot to it, let's say, but not much. It was okay. I'll give this one a 4 out of 10. It's not great. If you know what you're getting into, if you're like a gorehound or whatever, you'll probably enjoy it. But it's not for the casual viewer. Now that being said, when it comes to like fake snuff movies and everything, there's one thing that you need, and that's good effects. And unfortunately, neither of these have particularly good effects. You see a leg being chopped off in this one, and I kid you not, it looks like a mannequin leg. It looks like they've literally taken the leg of a mannequin, put down this, but I get, it's really low budget and everything, so it is what it is, right? Of the two, Tumbling Doll of Flesh, if you're thinking of picking them up. And My Red Guts is like, honestly, this would have been better as a bonus feature on Tumbling Doll of Flesh. So yeah, neither of these are very super good movies. Now, here's sort of the caveat though. They've both been released through Massacre Video. And honestly, Massacre Video have done a pretty damn good job on these. I gotta admit, like, for something this cheap, you got like a 2 reversible sleeve cover. You get, they're English subbed, and the subs for what there are pretty good. You get, the trailers and all this other stuff. So I think Massacre Video are pretty good. I mean, they've released some, like, essentially they've polished a turd as much as they could. You know, they've polished it and rolled it in glitter, and there you go. At least with that one. That one's kind of okay. But I really dig what they did. They have the standard covers on the outside, you know, and if you flip them, they have the old VHS, Japanese VHS covers on the inside, which is really kind of neat. It even has, you know, like the, you know, let me do it this way. You know, it's got like the price in yen and everything and all the writing in Japanese. I think that's pretty neat, you know. So yeah, Massacre Video are getting a thumbs up in my book. It's just a bit of a shame that, you know, these were the two. I'm sure there are other, like, Japanese gore films they could have got that would have gone over a bit better, but maybe, you know, that's just me, right? That's just my opinion. Yeah, so, My Red Guts, 2 out of 10. Tumbling Doll Flesh, 4 out of 10. You know, they are what they are. I'll see if I can find some trailers to put in the description, you know, but, yeah, take that for what you will. That's it for now. See you next time. One extra thing that I forgot to mention in this review that I thought I should bring up. I find the problem with snuff movies as a whole, like fake snuff, obviously, because, you know, as far as we know, real snuff doesn't really exist. I always find them that they're better off when they're in another narrative. So, for example, if you take, like, you know, the guinea pig movies, for example, if you were to take them and put them into 8mm, you know, the movie 8mm with Nicolas Cage, it would fit really well. You know, like the snuff version, the snuff ones, you know, not like Mermaid in a Manhole and all that. But it's just something I think, you know, that a lot of people don't really get. You know, if you make like the fake snuff thing, you really need to put it in a context that works. You know, I know sometimes the whole idea is like, we'll make this thing and people think it's a real snuff film. But, you know, people are savvy enough to realize, you know, you're not going to fool anybody, really. So, fit it in a narrative. I just think it works better, you know. Well, that's it for now. See you next time.